right, this is the under the hood portion of the Class B school bus CDL pre-trip. They say they're gonna take under the hood away from the road test, but as of right now, they haven't done it. So I've been trained on it, so I'm just about to make a video on it, and while I'm making the video, I'll have something to look back to and learn and practice until my road test. So you want to start by just looking around. We got to do both sides. This is the driver's side, and then we're going to jump over to the passenger side. So first, we have the fuses. The fuses is not cracked, bent, or damaged, secure and intact. We have the insulation. No ripped, cuts, or tears on the insulation, secure. We have the transmission dipstick. The transmission dipstick is visible and secure and is at a proper level. The oil dipstick, visible and secure and is also at a proper level. How you can check that? By pulling it out, cleaning it off, and dipping it again and checking the level. But for now, they're at a proper level. We're gonna jump over to here after the dipstick. This is the air compressor belt, and this controls the AC unit. When it comes to the belt, no rip, cuts, or tears, and it can't have no more than 3/4 of an inch of play. All right, so that belt is good, secure. My various hoses, no rip, cuts, or tears, and no leaks. My various hoses are all secure. My wires, no rip, cuts, or tears in the wires, all secure. Moving over to the power steering fluid. Power steering fluid reservoir is secure. It is also at a proper level and has no cuts, cracks, or leaking, and is also properly capped. Jumping over here to the frame. That's the frame, the chassis of the vehicle, of the bus. It is not cracked, bent, or damaged, and also is secure. We're going to jump over here to the gearbox. This is the gearbox. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or damaged, and is also secure. My pitman arm. This is the pitman arm and the cotter key. Both of those are secure, not cracked, bent, or damaged, and properly in place. This is called the leaf spring, and it is attached to the leaf spring mount. Leaf spring mount. Both of those are secure, not cracked, bent, or damaged, and working properly. Connected to the pitman arm is the drag link. The drag link has a cotter key as well. That is secure, not cracked, bent, or damaged. Attached to the leaf spring is the U-bolts, right? They call those U-bolts because they're shaped like U-bolts. On top of the U-bolts, or next to it, is the bushing. The bushing and the U-bolts are also not cracked, bent, or damaged, and secure. This is our shock, or our shock absorber. No leaks, not cracked, bent, or damaged, and also is properly secured. Before we get to the brake system and everything, we're gonna jump over. You see that? See this bar right here? That's called your tie rod. Your tie rod is not cracked, bent, or damaged, and is secure. That right there above the spring is called your mount bushing. That is also secure and in place. This is another tube, but that's your brake line tube. Brake line tube, no rip, cuts, or tears, and is secure. Connected to the brake line tube is the brake chamber. The brake chamber is secure, not cracked, bent, or damaged, and working properly. This thing here, right, it looks like an L almost. It's called your slack adjuster. Slack adjuster is at a 90-degree angle and cannot have no more than 1 inch of play. Moving inward. After the slack adjuster, we move inward. We have on the outside is the brake drum. The brake drum is not cracked, bent, or broken. And also the brake lining is also visible and not cracked, bent, or broken, and should be evenly worn, not uneven at all. Should be evenly worn. Right now we're moving to the front tires. The front tires should have a tread of 4/32 of an inch. and no gouges, rips, cuts, or tears on the tire, which is good. The rim, that's the rim. The rim has no big dents, no rip, no not cracked, bent, or broken or damaged. The nuts and bolts are all secured tightly. No loose or shiny metals visible. My wheel hub, no leaks, also secure, not cracked, bent, or damaged. My valve stem is also secure, not cracked, bent, or damaged. And the tire pressure should have 100 pounds of pressure in it. And you can check that with a air gauge, right? That's the driver's side. We still have one more side, so stick with me. I'm gonna try to speed it up. This is a long video. Starting from the top, the coolant reservoir is properly capped at a proper level, also secure, no cracks or leaks, secure. We have the air filter, secure properly. Moving over to the serpentine belt. The serpentine belt should not have no more than 1 inch, not 1 inch, I'm sorry, 3/4 of an inch of play. Same thing with the air compressor belt. Same thing over here. The serpentine belt should not have no more than 1 inch. Okay, I said it again. No more than 3/4 of an inch of play. This controls the alternator and the power steering pump, right? And the good news is if this serpentine belt was to break, we would still be able to drive the bus because these buses are gear driven and not belt driven. That is important. If you don't say that on the road test about how you can still drive it if the belt pops, it's an automatic fail. So there you go. Now, this is the frame again. I already mentioned the frame over there. It is secure and in place, not cracked, bent, or broken. Again, same thing on the other side. This is the leaf spring and the leaf spring mount. Leaf spring mount. Both of them are secured properly, not cracked, bent, or broken. The U-bolts and the bushing is also not cracked, bent, or broken, and secure. The shock. You know what the shock is, right? This baby here. No leaks, properly secure, and not cracked, bent, or broken. Right here, this bar right here. Not this one, but this one. That's your tie rod. It goes from one front tire to the other front tire. Not cracked, bent, or broken, and properly secure. Same thing on this side. This is the brake line or the brake tube. No leaks, cuts, or tears, and also is properly secure. The brake chamber, that's the brake chamber. Brake chamber is properly secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Again, same thing. I see that L shape again, but it's going the other way. That's your slack adjuster. No more than 1 inch of play with the slack adjusters. Properly secure. Inward, we have the brake drum and the brake lining. Both of them are secure, properly secured, should be visibly evenly worn, and not cracked, bent, or broken. Moving to the tire. Before I move to the tire, let me not forget the windshield washer reservoir at a proper level. No leaks, is properly secure and working properly. The other front tire, tread should be 4/32 of an inch, which it is. The tire pressure should be 100 pounds of pressure. No rips, cuts, or tears or gouges on the side of the tire. The rim is also secure. No big dents, not cracked, bent, or broken. The nuts and bolts are also secure. No loose or shiny metal, not cracked, bent, or broken. The inside of the wheel hub, no leaks, also secure and not cracked, bent, or broken. The valve stem, where you put the air at, is also secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All right, and that is a complete under the hood assessment from the driver's side to the passenger side. So technically that will complete it, and I will close my hood. Bingo.